If you look at the industry specifically, I'll talk about the global industry first and then try to deep dive into the Myanmar. There are a lot of issues that have currently been faced, and primarily some of them are if you anti-phishing or people trying to access your information through social engineering anti-phishing solutions, right? So what that means is that you are uh, likely to be exposed either through an email communication or through some kind of a link which can be a phishing website, and your data can be compromised, right? And there could be also done through either SMS services or over voice also services also, right? So that is one area which we are seeing a drastic growth happening today. So as MIBS and Tata combined together, we are defining of forming solutions with technology partners jointly to take to the market and specifically be able to address these concerns, not only these four concerns, but also overall cybersecurity in itself.
When we are online, we see Facebook, we see a lot of social media ads on those Facebook and other media where we see, and then we find a small link somewhere written that, hey, click over here, you earn so much of money, right? And we just press on that button. What happened? It takes all the data of your mobile to that thing, which is their backend server or dark web, we call technically, and there that is known as small effect of known as phishing, where we say this kind of thing happens. Now what we are trying to do, one, we are trying to give the awareness to the people about, hey, don't do this. So we try to give a lot of awareness. So we will be doing a lot of presentations for the public and the government departments for the same. This is one what as MIBS and Tata are going to do. We'll be sharing our best practices, best tools needs to be used, okay, and cost effective.
Cybersecurity, all the areas important, right? Uh, Starting from policy definition to creating the necessary tools and technologies, or building the tools and technologies, to defining the processes around it, to managing and monitoring it. Is actually a lot to do with the governance itself. So what I mean by that is that now you define certain amount of policies. Now typically Myanmar, as we heard the whole day, uh, still is bringing up cyber laws and around it, but today it is equally important that the cyber security.
We are creating, Tata and MIBS creating first SOC. SOC is known as Security Operations Center in Myanmar. And we are building it for, because a lot of companies and a lot of individuals cannot afford that kind of investment, right, for this kind of security operations center. So that what we are building together.
Definitely there's a long term plan program that we have defined for our professionals, who some of them are taken from the industry, some of them are picked up from colleges after they have passed out, and we put them through a long grind of training programs where they learn multiple aspects of cybersecurity. They also get certified in that process. Some of them. The second is whenever we meet, the people go into projects, we do lot of knowledge sharing and understanding. So everybody, when they come back, they share the knowledge of projects, right? How, what challenges they faced, what are the things that the unique things that they saw, and that they shared across to the team. So today cybersecurity is expanding into multiple areas, right? So one of the key factors that we are also looking at is how that is kind of representing the current challenges, right? Because the challenges are getting much more complex. So today, for example, we have starting to look at threat analytics. Now, threat analytics, why is it important? Because today identifying a threat before somebody else somebody else is able to exploit it is important. So we have to kind of build that threat analytics around it and kind of work to identify each of the threat, be it a zero-day threat or an unidentified threat that might be happening somewhere else, right? So that is one area that we are kind of strongly focusing on. So MIBS is a very interesting and strategic relationship for us. The reason being is that MIBS has footprint into a lot of customers, either through managed operations or services that they provide. Now, this is a logical extension to it. What I mean by that is that security is inbuilt in a lot of work that MIBS does, and we are providing that additional to the customers. So cybersecurity in itself becomes a very good fit into what MIBS offers today, right? And then we that's why we have tried, created a strategic, story around it, which we are taking to our customers, and we are able to talking to them to be able to address their security concerns as Myanmar, is growing into expanding their business, both on the digital space and also while they're transacting between multiple companies. The fact that individuals, specifically people who are not primarily in the urban population, need to understand the challenges that they might face while transacting, right? Now, majority, 90% of people are on mobile phones. 90% of them are doing payments through payment wallets and multiple sources. So which means that people are at risk of any fraudulent activity that might happen. So while there is a need for IT education and the whole process through which people are encouraged to learn more on the whole digital environment itself. There is a equally an important need to have cybersecurity as part of that training.
That all the companies which are involved in any kind of financial services, so maybe the consumer cannot be financially viable, they can have that mindset of keeping secure their phone or other things. So they should take one or two initiative. Either they can have the in-house team. If they don't have, outsource it. At least to outsource a correct partner, have a correct partner, security partner, who can on their behalf create a policy and advise them what are the security steps we can take and stop the frauds or stop the any kind of security breach. Yeah.